Welcome back. In today's session, we are going to learn how to deploy an Angular application to a live server using cPanel, which happens to be the commonly used hosting control panels on shared hosting environments. The assumption is that you already have a working Angular application on your local machine, okay? And you want to expose this application to the world. All right, so we are going to focus on how to deploy the front-end part of the Angular application. Okay, your Angular application might be connected to a database, all right, but whether it's just the front end or a front end configured to the back end, the deployment remains the same for the front end. Okay, so in here I have a very simple Angular application that I am going to use for this demonstration. Okay, the other assumption is you have access to a cPanel which has either a domain name, a subdomain, or an add-on domain connected to it. So I'll start my local server to serve my Angular application here, and I'll use ng serve. Some building is going on and the process happens. Okay, so let me go back to my browser here, copy this link, copy, paste it here, and there we go. This is a simple Angular web application with just a few static pages, services, and contact. Okay, so this is what we are going to be taking to production. All right, and if you can look at what we have here, we simply have a simple structure for our Angular application with the various pages listed here under pages. So we have the about, contact, home, and services. All right, something you need to put in mind is, as it is, you do not upload these files to the server as they are. Okay, you have to create a build for your project, and you are going to upload the build files of your project and not every file that you see here. Okay, once we build our application, we are going to convert the project that we are seeing here to static files, that is basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All right, so we are going to deploy this application to one of my subdomains here. Okay, that is blog.dtechnology. So currently we do not have any files for this domain. All right, back to our project. I'm going to stop the server here. Okay, clear the screen, and I'll build this application. Okay, so I have this command. Okay, so we are going to have ng build configuration, then production. Press enter and give it time. Okay, perfect. So based on the weight of your project, it might take a minute or two. Then as part of the output, we see that the output location is in dist and company portal. Okay, remember company portals happen to be the parent directory of our project. Okay, so in here, a new file has been created with the name dist. Okay, just expand that. And then under dist, we have company portal. Okay, so we are interested with the content of browser. All right, so this is the content that we are going to take to production. And if you look at what we have here, we simply have some CSS file, JavaScript, the index.html, remember, which happens to be the entry file for static web applications. Then we have the different pages that we defined here. Okay, so in each of the web page, you have the index.html. Okay, so this is what we are going to upload to our cPanel. All right, so let me switch to the cPanel page. Okay, so in here, once you are logged in, you can simply look for domains. Okay, then under domains, just search for your domain, subdomain, or add-on domain in here. Okay, so in here, I want to work with blog.dtechnologies. So under the document root, just click on that. So this opens the file manager under the root directory for your domain name or subdomain. Okay, this is where we are going to upload the build file for our Angular application. Okay, then view them on this subdomain. To upload these files to our cPanel, we need to compress them. I'll open the file manager. Just navigate to the root directory of your project. Okay, then there is this directory called dist, company portal, and browser. Okay, so I would recommend we get into the browser directory and select everything. Okay, then right click, and there is an option to compress your files. Okay, then give your archive a name. Okay, so in here I can just talk of Angular web app. Just create. So you can just give a name of your choice. Okay, so the archive has been created here. So I'll go back to the cPanel, right? Then using this upload option, click on upload, select file. Okay, then we are already in the browser, so I can simply select on this Angular web application. Okay, otherwise, if it does not open in the root directory, you can navigate to your Angular build file. Okay, so just click on that and open and give it time. Okay, once it marks complete and changes color to green, then simply click on go back. Remember, if we reload here, we still don't have the view of how our web application looks like, but we see we have a new file that has come in here. Okay, so back to the file manager, just click on that, right click, we have extract here, confirm extract files. Okay, then click on that. Okay, so with what we have here, just go back to your subdomain or domain, click reload, and there we go. Okay, so from here, this is simply what we have here. Okay, and we can be able to navigate to the various pages that we have here: about, services, and contact. Okay, sometimes you may face a problem with the routing, whereby if you reload such a route, it returns an error 404. Okay, click on that, try to reload, still works well. Okay, so in case that happens, you only have a simple assignment. It's a common known issue. You just come in here and create a file, name it .htaccess. That is if it does not exist. Okay, create a file. Okay, then open that, edit, and add a few lines here, and click on save changes. Okay, so this will help eliminate 404 errors when you are navigating to other links. Okay, if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do so that you never miss out on any of our videos. All right, Angular app deployment on cPanel is as simple as that. All right, and of course, if it was connected to a backend, follow the procedure on how to deploy the backend based on the language or framework used, then confirm that these two are able to connect. All right, so in case you face any challenge, please be sure to put it in the comment section below. Thank you and stay tuned. Bye for now.